Green Bay police officers received helpings of fresh, locally grown produce today thanks to a new partnership called Farm to Force.
It's part of a larger effort to improve community well-being. New at 4, Emily Riley joins us to explain the program and how the benefits extend beyond the police department. Emily.
Jeff, Brittany, Green Bay police officers were delighted today when the delivery truck came around to drop off the freshly grown produce. It was the first of 4 drop-offs facilitated by Wello, a nonprofit in Green Bay. The produce is grown and purchased from over 15 local farmers, brought together by Seasonal Harvest, a local farming hub that allows smaller farmers to sell wholesale. Beth Heller from Wello says it's a good way to boost the local economy by supporting local farmers and lessen the environmental impact. The program cuts back on the time spent transporting from producer to consumer. After providing fresh produce drop-offs to local schools, Heller says Wello is now aiming to expand to nearby institutions.
People don't always think about the power of local produce for creating health and well-being.
Well, there's always stereotypes that you're fighting, and this is just a great way for us to provide employees with healthy alternatives to provide them. Every officer is going from call to call to call.
The Rotary Club of Green Bay funded the Farm to Forest program, and Wello says it hopes it continues and hopes to do the same with local fire department or the sheriff's office in the future. Jeff, Brittany.